Good evening, welcome to the stream. My name's Tim. This is your first time here. If you can hear me, just give me a boom on the old the chat there. Make sure my mic is working okay. Turn this down. Excellent. Kurt can hear me. Ivo's in the house. Love to see you. Lynn's there. Nice to see you again. Cerberus guy is, I think he's here as well. He's going to be joining me on the stream. Lynn can hear me. Excellent. Well done. Means everything is working in order. Giovanni's here. Hey, nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Okay, so we're all good to go. Just waiting for Cerberus guy to come. I think Sven07's coming to join us as well.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the loading screen.
Wonderful. I hope everybody's doing alright. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. So if this is your first time here, I make videos on Mass Effect. We have a weekly stream, which is today. And yes, it's a bit of a hangout session. You can watch me all die miserably, because that's what I tend to do. Who we got here this evening? Curtis is here. How are you doing, Curtis? Nice to see you. And I think Takes the Note's going to join us in a bit as well. I think he said he's going to pop into the chat. See what weapons we got. Oh, we'll have the Reverend. Cerberus guys here. Sven, are you joining us?
Yep, I'm on my way.
Wait, wonderful.
Is there an over/under for how many times you're gonna die tonight?
Shall we? We can put that to the chat, can't we? How many times do we think I'm going to die? Just getting Sven invited. There we are. And then we'll open up the last one. Anybody that wants to come join us. So tonight's question. It was all about the Batarians, really. That's why I'm playing as Batarian. Just want to know if you think that the Batarians should have a bigger role in the next Mass Effect game. And what did you think?
Should we all be Batarians then?
If you want, yeah. Hollywood guy, nice to see you. How you doing? Shockwave.
Do I have a Batarian? Good question.
Shockwave. Oh, I can't. 3 points left. Blade armor then. Lynn said she didn't do math at the weekends. Jared needs to be a teammate in the new Mass Effect, says the Hollywood guy. I think they were massively underused in the trilogy. I haven't played Andromeda yet, that I can remember, so I've only done a few hours. I can't remember if they had any prominent role there. Are they even in Andromeda? Question for the chat. Weren't they wiped out in Mass Effect 3? They weren't all wiped out. There was a
strategically significant target has been located. Hostile forces are advancing.
One of their
Secure the area.
star systems were. Was it one of the just their planets that was wiped out? But they would have spread it, throughout the galaxy. Curtis says he doesn't remember seeing Batarians in Andromeda. Nico, how you doing? Nice to see you. So, yeah, I think the Batarians were set up to be quite a good adversary to, to the humans, with their backstory and their lore, and it just didn't seem to go anywhere with them. I mean, Shepard took out a good chunk of the DLC, but didn't Admiral Hackett say they were decimated when... yeah, I suppose during the war, the actual Reaper War. That is possible, yeah. I was thinking it was just the DLC. Hollywood guy says there was a couple in Andromeda.
Some fine work, team. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. We've got a ship down on the surface.
Caliban says, I wish they did something better with Balak if he lives to Mass Effect 3. There's just that one scene, isn't there? Where you can convince him to help the cause rather than kill you.
Nearing the upload site. Keep that path open.
Speed launch engaged. Providing assistance.
You've got to stick close to that
I think if I'm right though, if you do end up killing him in Mass Effect 1, isn't it the other Batarian that turned it in his place? It's just a random.
Yeah, if you kill Balak in Mass Effect 1, then a different Batarian shows up and the mission's slightly different, but it's just dialogue changes, really.
It's not the other Batarian from Mass Effect 1, is it? Because there's one you can save. You can convince him to...
No, it's not his lieutenant,
Yeah.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
because you can kill him too if you want.
Enemy force approaching.
Lot of plot threads to have time to... in the war to wrap up the story. Yeah, there's always going to be plot threads that they couldn't fit in the game, that you have so many choices and
Yeah.
nice. He's still alive. How's he still alive?
I'm here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Curtis. So if there's any way around, they're going to be small groups which would make them go either full revengeful or be the kick-ass they need to finally get along with the other species. I suppose after the Reaper War, if their numbers are completely decimated, it is going to be a struggle for them, isn't it, to rebuild?
Enemies inbound. With pleasure.
Although, to be fair, you never really knew how many of them there were to start with.
Yeah, that's a good point. A companion trying to get past there. So a companion trying to get past their instinctual paranoia of others. Could be fun. I think they would make a really good, really good squad mate, especially if your character is human. I know what's going on with Sven there, look.
On this map, for some reason, I'm always like...
Do you think the game will flop if there's no way to play as Shepherd? I don't think so. No, I think that as much as people really want to see the character continue, I think the renewed interest in Mass Effect with the Legendary Edition is going to just get people hyped to be back into this world again.
I can't do anything, pick up ammo or damage or anything, nothing is working. It's always on this map.
Is it just this map? Random. Well, he is rebuilt, so what do you think there, Giuliani? Is he actually human? Is he more Reaper than human? If we don't play Shep, the game will probably end up like Andromeda. I don't think it will. I think Andromeda had a lot more other issues with it than just the main character not being Shepard. People will just be disappointed, naturally. But all you need to do is just make sure that your character is compelling. I mean, they've done it once with Shepard, they can do it again. New fans of the game, they won't want to play as Shepard, makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean, Even like your new fans and that, people that have just started with Mass Effect and with the Legendary Edition, that are new to the franchise, they're probably still going to be quite attached to the Shepard. But from what I can gather, they dropped the ball with Ryder, and that on top of everything else is why people aren't such good fans of it. But it goes with everything, really, doesn't it? You could have had, the best gameplay and the best graphics and none of the bugs, and if people didn't gel with the character, then you get half the people saying they didn't like it and half the other people saying it was brilliant. Or you could have the best character in the game, but awful gameplay and awful graphics. I think it's when you've got both, really, that it's...
Sweep. Well done.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, that was weird. Just my mic did something funny, but alright.
I would have preferred to play as Cora. Keep Shepard. If you want to play the new protagonist, play Dragon Age. But Dragon Age, it works, though, doesn't it? If you think about it, you don't play the same protagonists in any of the Dragon Age games, and they're still quite popular. Maybe not so much Dragon Age 2, but...
Hey, I can finally damage enemies again.
I think the only thing with Dragon Age 2 was I just found Kirkwall to be kind of boring.
You could tell that they took a lot of shortcuts with it. I quite enjoyed Dragon Age 2, to be honest. I enjoy the story in that, but you just have to overlook the repeated dungeons and the ending, which makes no difference at all. I think that's probably the worst part to overlook is the ending. Giovanni says, I agree with you on Dragon Age for a bit, but the Warden and Hawk need to be big. Main characters of Dragon Age 4. I like Hawk in Dragon Age 2 more than the total of Dragon Age Inquisition. Perhaps Trespasser. See, I haven't played Trespasser yet. I still need to finish Trespasser. That's the actual true ending to the game.
Enemy is regrouping.
Is that the Liliana DLC? I can never remember what it's called.
No, that's Liliana's song.
Team member offline.
Trespasser's the one with Solus for Inquisition. It's like set 2 years after the main game.
Team member has gone dark.
See, I was really attached to my Warden, and it bugged me that there's no closure with the Warden. I could live with the them dying or something, or being killed and that. But it's just, oh no, you know, for Dragon Age 2 there was like, oh, we couldn't find him. And then for Dragon Age Inquisition it was like, yeah, he's kind of just travelling around somewhere doing his own thing. It's like, just kill him off. If you're not going to do anything with him, kill him off. Or give him some heroic ending where he goes off into the deep roads, you know, the calling or something.
Well, that's kind of what they did with if you romance Morgan, you can leave through the portal with her if you get her pregnant.
Yeah. But again, she just tells you that, you know, he's not available for. He's a wonderful father to the baby, but he's not available to help out in the Inquisition and stuff. There's still no. I suppose that is a bit of a closure, isn't it? It's like happy ending sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I always just assumed that if you follow her through the portal, then you're just gone and you never really come back to Ferelden.
Wounded! Lost shield!
See, I've killed him off before in the final battle of Dragon Age 1. But then if you play, what's the DLC for Dragon Age 1? Awakenings. If you play Awakenings, you can't import your save. So if you made Anora Queen, is Anora, then it's Alistair that, you know, is king. It's like, well, I didn't choose Alistair as king, so you can't even do it that way. So you have to save him, Dragon Age 1, if you want to play Awakenings. Which you don't have to, but it does introduce the Major's name is now. Anders. It introduces Anders. Which, by the way, Anders is such a better character in Awakenings than he is in Dragon Age 2.
I just fired a missile through 2 different Psion's links.
For a second I thought we were talking about Mass Effect, but then I heard you get more than pregnant. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's in the other DLC.
To be honest, it's, Dragon Age is absolute garbage without Trespasser. I would like Hawk to be a playable character in Dragon Age Inquisition. I was actually just really happy to see my Hawk. I mean, it kind of ruined the surprise a bit when halfway through the game it goes, oh, you just need to remake your Hawk because there's a big surprise coming up. I won't tell you what it is though. No, Giovanni, they did not do Anders justice. The only justice Anders get is a stab.
You mean Zevran, right?
Anders.
No, but you said Anders, but I think you mean Zevran.
No, definitely Anders. Anders is the mage, isn't he? Ugh.
Well, it's fine. I always get told I play Dragon Age wrong anyway.
Yeah, that's possibly true actually, Lynn, because Anders is such a likable character in Awakenings, and then they changed his voice actor for a start, and then they kind of made them excuse that justice possessed him, and just completely changed his personality altogether. Which is oh my word. Hollywood guy romanced Sarah for fun, and for giggles, and it's no fun. Don't do it. And Cassandra's definitely the best love interest. Maybe I should start doing some Dragon Age stuff. I mean, it's the natural progression for the channel is to go and do some Dragon Age stuff. But every time we're on the live stream, conversation always turns to Dragon Age.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Is it weird to say that Dragon Age Inquisition kind of reminded me of Skyrim, but with better graphics?
I guess it kind of does, doesn't it?
Team member has gone dark.
I know what happened there.
I have just discovered this. Scions have actual weak spots on their back.
Oh, we're on that level of mission already. Blimey. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm not going to make it, are we? Nice, good start to the live stream.
I think I always really liked Dragon Age, but I don't know, is it weird? Unlike Mass Effect, where there's characters that you either like or hate, I never really hated anyone in Dragon Age except for Wynn.
You really don't like Wynn, do you? Giovanni, I didn't think you could. I thought you could only romance Sarah as a Kunari. I thought female Kunari is all she goes for. What the heck, Tim Curtis? I don't know. I did all right, didn't I?
Are we staying on Batarians?
You guys don't have to. I just fancy playing as a Batarian for a bit. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Giovanni. I was pretty sure it was only Kunari, unless that's like her personal favourite, I suppose. Ooh, javelin.
I think the Canary kind of reminded me. They're like Dragon Age's Batarians because I always felt they could have done so much more with them too. Like I always thought Sten was one of the most interesting characters in Origins, and you find out barely anything about him.
Yeah, he's very, very close-lipped, isn't he? Even if you get him, like all the, because you used to be able to get all the presents, didn't you, to unlock their conversations and that. I think I had I'd got like the Game of the Year edition, which meant that you could buy all the gifts and just completely cheese it. They're all available from the travelling salesman. I can't remember what his name is now. Enchantment. That guy. His dad. Hollywood guy, you sir are a legend. Thank you so much. Super chat. Will you buy... Are you a fan of Alan Wake, the remaster's coming? No, in all honesty. I played the original when it came out and really didn't like it. Where am I going?
What game was that?
Alan Wake.
Oh, the game with the 30-second battery.
Yeah, that's the one. And the flashlight, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it was a nice theory, you know, the nice idea with the kind of Stephen King kind of spooky game.
Well, what's the thing with it where it's Control is supposed to be a sequel to it, or it's a sequel to Control, or something like that?
Yeah, so you've got Alan Wake, you've got Control, and you've got another one. They're all kind of set in the same universe, although they're not direct sequels. What's the other one? There's 3 of them.
Well, I know there's quite a few references to Alan Wake in Control.
Yeah. I think what the other game is. It's just kind of... Oh, I think you've started something with Win in the chat now, Cerberus guy.
Oh, and I just noticed the 4th guy in this group is named Marauder Shields. That's amazing. No, I understand why people like her, but I really just can't stand her. Like, ever since the first time I met her in game, I was like, please tell me I don't have to bring this character with me.
I think you can kill her, can't you?
Oh yeah, I do often.
Didn't never like Solus. I didn't like Solus, to be honest. I played as a... The first time I ever played was as an elf. And I didn't like the way that he spoke to me.
I don't know if I ever posted the meme on the Discord, but I have a meme. Someone did a amalgamation of putting Morden and Solus together, and so was Morden Solus. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
He's rude. Yeah, he is rude, Hollywood guy. Absolutely. Does anyone romance Blackfall? No. Again, I don't know. I didn't quite gel with the guy. Kind of just left him down in his little hut down at the bottom. I think it was the beard. I didn't like the beard. Oh. I mean, Marauder Shield is actually down.
Marauder Shields is actually kind of tough if you're playing on Insanity.
I never play on Insanity.
Enemy is down to 1.
My days of smashing my controls, launching it across the room
Well done, team.
are well over. I like to play for the story now.
Time to reload.
I'll tell you what, good a game is good for if you like your RPGs and your story-based games. I've just started a game called Encased, which is a CRPG, and I'm proper hooked on it. Little guy romance Iron Bull. Oh, you get some proper cheesy lines if you romance Iron Bull, don't you? I can see your messages, Lake Snow.
Some good work down there. Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming.
Oh, I can't remember what her name is now either. But no, Hollywood guy, there isn't. Another Perry incident.
Team member is hurt.
Shooting me.
Squad member down.
Oh. Scout Harding, that's the one. I think you can actually tell her that you like her, or you can take her on a date or something, but that's about as far as you can go. As much as I like the majority of Inquisition's cast, it didn't stand up to Mass Effect's cast. I think that's because you get to spend more time with the Mass Effect characters. It's like Varric. People have like a strong affection for Varric, but then you play with him in Mass Effect, in Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition.
Jettisoned his cargo before crashing. Locate the
And like Mass Effect and that, you play with some of them, like Garrus, for instance. You play with all, with him in all 3 games. I think that's probably what Dragon Age's downfall is. That because they do chop and change quite often.
Nice. Squad member has lost the object.
But
Squad member needs help.
yeah, you just don't have that time to bond with them.
You got it. Now get back to the extraction zone. That's good work. Now get back to the extraction.
Who was your Garrus in Dragon Age Inquisition?
Retrieve that object and bring it in.
Who I took out most.
Outstanding. Get back to the evac zone. Team member is hurt. Good. Get back to the extraction zone. Squad member in trouble. Object is lost. Find it.
was
Outstanding. Get back to the evac zone.
I think it was probably Varys and Sarah that I took out most.
Work.
I did like her cheeky side. Dorian. See, I wasn't overly keen on Dorian. He was a bit too up himself
Enemy forces down to
for me.
one.
Same with that other woman, that mage woman. Can't remember what her name is.
Outstanding work. Good. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Here they come. With pleasure.
Cole, I quite like Cole. Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Team member has gone dark. Squad member in trouble.
Vivienne, that's the one. Yeah, I didn't really like her at all.
How do you feel about Ogren? Because I don't seem to see anyone ever talk about him, but I always thought he was kind of adorable in a goofy sort of way.
I loved Oberyn. Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely one of my favourite characters. They were, to be honest, I think they were better in like Origins. The spats and the arguments that Alistair and Morrigan have
Squad member needs help.
are proper funny. Ogren with his just drunkenness.
Have you ever heard the dialogue when Liliana tries to take Morgan shopping?
No, I don't think I have. Or I might have. It's been a while since I played them. Oh, did she go on about some pretty shoes?
I'm here.
Well, yeah, she goes on about shoes for everything, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Lost shield. Clear.
Who's Ogren? Ogren, Hollywood guy, is a dwarf from Dragon Age Origins. And he becomes a warden in Awakening. Even his join is proper funny.
Team member offline.
Oh, Hollywood guy, if you ever get a chance to, definitely play it. I mean, it's a bit dated now compared to
Team member has gone dark. Hang on.
Inquisition. But yeah, if you can put up with like the, what was it, 2008 graphics.
I got you.
I mean, honestly, it looks a little dated now, but it still looks fine.
I certainly wouldn't have any problem playing again.
Especially if you wait for a sale, you can only get it for like $5 on Steam.
And it's got one of the best choice and consequences as well, that's for sure. Your decisions actually matter and change the story and...
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming. Understood.
Morgan ends up wearing the outfit Leah... Lily. Oh, I never knew that. I never noticed that. Did anybody ever play the text adventure that they released just before Inquisition came out?
Squad member offline.
Yeah, have a look for it, Lynn.
Offline.
You play as Morrigan. And... Spectator mode, I'll have a look for it, see what it's called. But it's actually quite good. I mean, again, the story is quite good. You've got... I think you have to, like, manage a small kingdom. It's called The Last Court. Dragon Age The Last Court. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, have a go through it. It's quite good for a text adventure anyway. It's like a little mini prequel to Inquisition. Welcome to the crew. Oh, 607. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and all that jazz.
Question, am I alone?
Yeah.
It's just you.
Oh,
No pressure. Ah, welcome, Dave. Somebody disboomed the stream. How rude. Don't think we've had a disboom on the stream before. Yeah, I like Jack Dawes' videos. He's really good, isn't he, with Dragon Age stuff. Must have been the Batarians that always up to something. What's a disboom? It's when, if you give the like button a boom, then that's hit the like button. To unboom or dislike, Like it takes no just said there. Yeah. Like the stream. If I had to eliminate 2 squad members from Mass Effect 2 and replace them with different characters, who would they be? Who would I get rid of from Mass Effect 2? Probably Jacob, because I never use him ever. And probably Zahid as well, because again I never use him. Although I have been told that I should do more often because he is quite a good character to play with.
Zaid is what I hope I'm like when I'm 70.
Old and angry at everything. What about you, Hollywood guy? Who would you get rid of? Well done, Sven.
Stay alert.
A little sweaty there.
We got lucky. High-profile enemy personnel are in your area. Zero in on those targets and finish them.
We believed in you.
Man,
Number down.
that's not a good start. Kasumi and Jacob. Why Kasumi? I quite like Kasumi.
Half the target squad member offline. There's a new high-value target on the field.
One question I want answered from Takes to Know is how the hell did Zahid survive a headshot? Oh, too busy looking at the chat. I could use one of my health packs.
Squad member down.
Nico would choose Jack and Jacob.
Team member is hurt. Target still in play. Step on it.
Sorry, I can't get it.
It's fine.
Target is priority. Take him out.
Jack and Zahid, even though a lot of writing silly route for them, have that Mellencamp song.
Time is short. Get to your target.
It must be Curtis, absolutely, definitely. So the Batarians or definitely the Riders. Wasn't happy with me. Oh, you're under again, Sven. Oh, no, we're not going to do it, are we? I mean, I know Sven's quite good, but
Target is on the field. Take him down.
I think even this is going to be too much for him.
Target still in play. Step on it. Target is priority. Take him out.
Sue me because she was annoying at times, but I still... If you still took her to missions, why would you get rid of her? I loved her, her like disappearing act where she could just go poof, disappear, and then reappear next to him and just give him a cheeky shot to the head. Love that move.
Time is short. Get to your target. Targets are eliminated.
I got assistance. Shutun Doji.
Oh, awesome.
Here's a question. How would you feel if the next Mass Effect game did like Dragon Age, and so you'd pick your base starting class, but then you could, once you met certain conditions, you could take prestige classes. Like if you're a warrior, you could eventually become a Templar or a Berserker or a Reaver or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that. That's it. Mixes it up, doesn't it? Takes to know, never let Grunt out of his tank. First time he ever played.
I hope this person can play, because that's my last revive.
You certainly got a stylish looking Vorcha.
Lynn thinks that's great, would be great as well. Nervous guy.
Clean sweep. Well done. That's it. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
We did it.
Get to the extraction zone. Team member offline. What's that? On the way. Reposition to LZ.
Ow.
Oh well. Behind you, Floppy.
Thanks. Oh no!
Shuttle has arrived.
2 seconds.
Testing off. Some fine work, team.
Ah! Don't know if actually... Was that me or was that... I don't know.
How did we do worse against the Geth than we did?
Which character do you want to see back in the new Mass Effect beside Grunt and Liara? Well, wouldn't mind seeing Rex, because I did like Rex. And if it's still set, if it's set like 600 years in the odd future, I might change the character actually. What is this guy? Then his possibility that he still could be alive. Be Joker as well, but I doubt that would happen. Oh yeah, let's be the Geth guy.
Cerberus guy, you're grabbing the big boy.
Yeah, I'm tired of wasting all my metagel. I only have like 40 left.
Nico would like to see Edie, even though destroys maybe the canon ending. Doesn't necessarily mean that Edie's dead. You could have had her everything backed up and then just rebuild her.
Brace for incoming enemies. Secure the area. Transmission received.
Yeah, but Edie was also part Reaper, so I doubt there'd be any of her left.
But she's still a machine. If your PC breaks, you could just take out the hard drive, build a new PC, and put your hard drive in, couldn't you?
Not sure if she would then regain her memories.
Yeah, but you also got to consider too, if my PC came from what's essentially a god, I might not have the same hard drive to replace it with.
Oh, I suppose there's slight technicalities that could be worked around. But there's still going to be Reaper tech, isn't there? There's still going to be all these dead Reapers everywhere that they can salvage the parts from.
I mean, if I'm driving a Jaguar and the engine dies, I can't just put a Honda Civic engine in it.
No, but if you happen to, you know, be driving your Jag through an open field of old Jags that have completely been, you know, destroyed and stuff, if you look in all the, you know, these empty Jags, I'm sure you might be able to find a new engine in one of them. Replacement tires on another one.
Some fine work, team.
Yeah, but then I also run the risk of all the old dead Jags slowly indoctrinating me too.
Bogies incoming.
There's risks with everything though, isn't there?
That's true, I suppose.
There's a risk of unshackling Dee Dee from
Squad member in trouble.
unshackling her AI altogether, wouldn't there? Let's go back to the vacuum cleaner metaphor. I think that is an absolutely solid metaphor.
Yeah, there's a risk if you don't do like Garrus said and hire Rex, a food taster. If he gets poisoned, the Krogan rebellions could start again.
Yeah. Absolutely. As much as I love Rex, the only way you're going to save him, save his people, is by killing him. Maybe Joker had a backup for Edie. See, Curtis thinks along the same lines.
I think at the end of the day, regardless of what ending you pick, unless you shoot the kid, the Solarians are just going to rule the galaxy anyway, because they're the only species that never lost their homeworld.
Very true. Although their life expectancy is very short, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they were also the second race to even get to the Citadel, so a 40-year lifespan doesn't seem to be hindering them at all right now, anyway.
Confirmation object has been recovered. Lost Reaper tech has been
I'm pretty sure I saw, you know, on the loading screen, you get that little bit snippet of information that the Solarians only need an hour's worth of sleep a day.
Yeah, that's true.
Some is hilarious. Yeah.
squad members lost the object. Find it.
The Solarians also have dreadnoughts that can cloak better than the Normandy, so regardless, they're going to have the dominant military, I think, after the war.
Not to mention the SGG.
And the League of One.
Object has been recovered.
Was that still going? I thought that was disbanded, wasn't it? I suppose they could reinstate it.
Well, I think it officially got cancelled, but knowing Solarians, I'm pretty sure I'd be surprised if it actually got cancelled.
Lynn says if the parts were destroyed, if the Reapers were destroyed, would indoctrination still be a thing? Which it would be, yes, because you see that in Mass Effect 2 on the Derelict Reaper. First meet Legion. I can't read and fight at the same time.
I think another thing a lot of people forget too is even if you destroy the Reapers, what's to stop the Leviathans from remaking them?
See, I'm just replaying that DLC at the minute. So I've only ever played it once and I couldn't remember it. Wasn't the Leviathans the first species that the Reapers reaped?
Yeah, Harbinger was created from dead Leviathans. Or harvested Leviathans.
So why you wouldn't think that they would then redo, they would have learned from their mistakes, surely. Dead Reaper though was not the last of his kind. At the end, leads us to believe. But it's still possible. The Reaper technically was dead, it was adrift in space. And yet it still managed to indoctrinate.
Yeah, that Reaper was dead for several 100,000 years too, and it still indoctrinated everyone on it.
The Leviathans were the idiots who created him. Why did they make him again? They'll just put they'll just usurp their assertion and take over the galaxy themselves.
We've got a ship down on the surface. A drone is the only thing that survived the crash.
Well, now that they know where they went wrong, I'm sure they're smart enough they could plan around it to avoid the same thing happening again, but still actually having the AI back.
Assisting friendly forces. Additional bonding tools could increase motive power.
Keep at it. You're close to the upload sites.
And worst case, if everything went to hell again, you could all just flat on Andromeda and live there.
Teamwork system engaged. Additional sources. Power supplies.
Even a dead god dreams.
Received in full. Good work.
Aw.
Offline. Well done, team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Here they come.
The point of the child AI was to stop the slave races from creating AI that would destroy them, and in turn harvest a bunch of Leviathan to create the Harbinger. like. Probably will after my last video. What if Cerberus made a Power Rangers Megazord?
Mission accomplished. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
You think the clone theory would work in the new Mass Effect?
Bogies incoming.
Well, we know that Cerberus made at least one clone of Shepard. It might be the way, if they do intend to bring him back for next one. Ah,
Squad member needs help.
then and I needed more character build. Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely needed more stuff bringing across from comics and the books than what we got. There's quite a few good comics on that video actually, and how underused he was.
Some fine work, team. Enemy is regrouping. Enemies inbound.
Just as a Shepard VI. Do you mean the one that you can buy? Still would be, no, it wouldn't be the Shepard, that's right then.
You know, I do like the idea of a Cerberus Power Rangers Megazord though.
See, if they did bring Shepard back, they would have to be. Well, I suppose unless they did like a
Enemy is regrouping.
Captain America frozen in time jobby. I was going to say that
Scanned enemy check. Secured
they'd have to bring him back closer to the end of Mass Effect 3, which then you have to decide
squad member
an ending.
Power supply low. Recommend additional teammates in proximity. Speed mode engaged.
Shepard was also 32 at the end of the third game, so how much longer do you think he would have been a Marine for?
Affirmative. Ready to deploy. Friendly forces grounded. Multiple systems.
Ah, can't seem to pick anybody up.
Assistance. Low power. Recommend additional power.
Yeah, Javon, they have. They've left that open, haven't they? If they ever did want to make another story with Shepard in it.
Allow me to help.
The drone's almost there.
Squad cohesion confirmed. Movement at max
We've got a
velocity.
winner. Good one, team. Enemy is regrouping.
Liara recalling past events which somehow
Designated LZ.
into the new plot. See, I personally think they're going to set it that far in the future and they're not going to reference the end of Mass Effect 3. I think they're going to sidestep it somehow. Because they're not going to want to open up old wounds, and they're not going to want to alienate some people that prefer control over synthesis and people that can prefer destroy over control. And
I think what I'm curious to see if they do is, do you think, because I mean, assuming they put it like 600 years in the future or whatever, that's fine, but do you think Liara and Shepard would have a kid?
it could be one. See, again, there'd be players that wouldn't have romanced Liara.
Exactly, because they just don't want to make a lot of people unhappy, so they do something completely new and gain the audience.
No, that's true, but I'm just thinking too, it's technically possible for Liara to die in Mass Effect 3, so no matter what they do now, they're going to annoy someone.
True.
Blimey. God, nothing left. And that, we've actually finished bang on time as well tonight.
You're going to do one more 5-minute bronze match like last week, or?
Yeah, go on then. We'll have a quick bronze match. How do you get Liara killed?
You just need to have a really low EMS, and then she dies in the beam.
Ah, but I've never seen it.
I have to go now, but thank you for having me today.
No worries.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you very much for playing.
Take care. Bye bye.
Cheers now. So he actually killed her by accident once. I mean, how do you get a massively low EMS score anyway? Surely if you're playing the game...
You have to try to do it. Because like the first time I ever played it, even with none of the DLC and barely knowing what I was doing, I still had more than enough for no one to die. It's like killing Shepard in Mass Effect 2. You have to try to do it because I'm pretty sure it's impossible to happen by accident.
Joker's alive, it definitely needs a B-roll. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I put all my equipment into melee boosters. I'm gonna see how many kills I can get only using the stupid shield.
Curtis killed Jack on his first time. First time playing through. I don't think I've ever lost Garrus. Ever.
Outstanding work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
It's pretty easy to get Garrus killed in the long walk if you're not sure who to use as a biotic, because I think he's the first. If you don't use Samara or Morinth or Jack, I'm pretty sure Garrus is the first person to die.
Let's see. I always use Jack for that. Hollywood guy always kills off Kasumi.
Target is still active. Get going. Target out of play. Nice job. Last target is spotted. Take him down. Targets declared. Excellent work. Squad member in trouble.
Lost shield.
Squad member needs help.
Since the time I didn't know anything about Mass Effect, I accidentally ended up having bad destroy ending. See, it wasn't until recently I didn't realise that there was a bad destroy ending.
Enemies down.
I think that's what they mean by having all these different endings, which turns out to be like variations of the same ending.
Enemy force approaching.
Contact.
All clear. Good work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemies approaching.
Does Shepard get killed in Mass Effect 2 ending? You can actually get Shepard killed in Mass Effect 2. It's hard to do.
You just have to finish the suicide mission with less than 2 characters surviving.
Mission accomplished. Enemy down to 50% strength. Enemy intel backup relays planted on surface. We need those targets offline. Team member offline.
I'm hit. Back me up.
Find the targets and disable them.
Oh, for goodness sake. Get off me.
Team member has gone dark. Device down.
Cover me.
Lynn's got a point. Yeah, you don't have to wait until the end of Mass Effect 2 to kill Shep. Just romance Morith.
Target squad member down.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Flatlined.
Nice job.
Squad member in trouble. Locate and disarm.
We're not finished.
Thank you.
Cover me.
Scrum was the best thing. Party sequence. Yeah, it really, really does shine. I've been doing some footage for on the original trilogy for some of the mods, so I've not actually got around to finishing it yet. But I'm quite close to coming up to the party at the minute. I'm looking forward to going through that again.
Force approaching.
Engaging.
Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
What party do you go for? 'Cause you can go for a lively one, can't you, or
Hostiles.
is it a somber one?
You can mix and match them too.
The louder the better. Yeah, I always go for a
Some good work down there.
loud one.
We're clear.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
In my opinion, it's
On the surface. The drone is the only thing that survived the crash.
it's the last kind of hurrah before the final push. But I always do it just before you hit the Cerberus base.
Assistance. Low power. Recommend additional power from altitudes.
I'd like to tone down one for my favourite bit to happen. Boys get bored and start setting booby traps. Oh, I thought that was my team.
Team member has gone dark.
Javik playing cards is always kind of a highlight.
Enemy is regrouping. Get to the LZ. Shuttle inbound.
Understood. Let's move. Shield down.
Nicely done. That really does bring us to the end.
Yeah, that was fun.
I want to thank Cerberus Guy for playing, and for Sven for earlier, and everybody in the chat. We've had Curtis here, Hollywood Guy, Lynn, Take to Know, been monitoring the chat fabulously. Thank you very much. It was Nico here was earlier. Who else was there? Yes, thank you very much for everyone for coming. We'll do the same thing again next week if you are free. And if you do want to continue the chat, come join us in the Discord. There is a link down in the comment section or the description or something like that. And yeah, hope you have a great week. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you again. This is where... awkward wave while I find my button.